Married at First Sight Season 16, Episode 1, Marry Me in Tennessee. I did watch half of the episode last night. I wanted to do what the couples were saying about themselves individually so we can go back when they start messing up and say, this is what you said. You know, I took notes. I took notes. I hope that you watch. I want to know your thoughts. I want to thank you for your love and your support. Thank you for those of you who's been hanging with me. This is season 16, and child, I don't know, look like it's just gonna go down like all the other seasons. Let me remind you that over here at the Church Girl, I am a very honest reviewer. If you are sensitive, if you are emotional or delusional, please unsubscribe. Please don't watch these videos because some of your feelings might be getting hurt. As one person said, they're unsubscribing because of what I said about somebody. I was like, bye bye. Okay. If you don't want me to review the show, this is not the channel for you because I talk about everything. Like, why didn't Jasmine get her teeth cleaned and fixed? How she won them pageants with that teeth, with that mouth? Anyways, I'm going to tell you what they're saying about themselves. And was I the only one who looked at Dominique Crooked when she said, oh, I hope he's petite and cute like me, or something like that? And I'm looking at her like, petite? Okay. I want to thank you again for your love and support. Thank you for those of you who have signed up for Janice Hylton mentoring. I was just going to do this video over here this morning, but then I said, no, I didn't do a video yesterday. So I'll drop it here first. But from now on, I'll be dropping the videos on Janice Hylton mentoring first because that's what my cousins over there are supporting me for. And our husband profile is coming out very soon. Oh my God, I cried. I cried when I saw the final slides from my class. I just started crying. It is so beautiful. And I want to thank for those of you who have registered. As of now, we are set to begin the ending of January, but I might just start in February just to start off a new month and afresh. Okay. So Married at First Sight Season 16, Episode 1. What did you think about what the cast said about themselves? I see people already started hating on Kristen. Uh, and I'm like, why are you hating on Kristen? They're calling her another Merla. That's fine with me because I absolutely love Merla. So if Kristen is another Merla, great. I don't have a problem with her being another Merla. So it starts off with Kristen. And it says Kristen is Miss Great Expectations. She's picky, has high standards for men because of standards she put on herself, has a master's degree and a bachelor degree. She's a real estate agent. She's physically fit and wants someone who is too tall, handsome, well-dressed, nice teeth, and good looking like her. I don't see a problem with that. That's what I wanted. He has nice teeth. I was looking at it. I was like, oh, he got really, really nice teeth. I don't know about the physical workout part. Personally, I don't think she's going to be attracted to him. They kind of give me Karen and Miles, where she's going to have to force herself and force herself to like him. And y'all know what everybody's saying about Shaquille Child. You know what, they're Skittles, okay? That's what everybody is saying. Anyway, Shaq is a devout workaholic. He has nice teeth, but to me, he is super feminine. Like, his voice is going to annoy me all season. He doesn't sound exactly like a chipmunk, but halfway of a chipmunk. Okay, he ain't got no bass in his voice. He said God put him on earth to do a lot, but he had to go through. As 7-year-old, his whole family had an accident. He woke up wrapped around a barbed wire, and because of the accident, the doctors wouldn't allow him to play sports. And so he kind of focused on academics. He's currently getting his doctorate. Dating has been challenging and said that he always find himself in long distance relationship. See, me personally, I can't do long distance. Tried it when I was dating. I just can't because I'm not moving from where I was living, and you're probably really not going to move either. So to me, if I live in Jersey, you're in Texas, it doesn't help. It's the difference between If I live in Jersey and you live in New York, it's right here. But Texas, I just cannot be bothered. He says he prayed and God showed him sign he's ready and tired of being alone. And see, this is what I don't like about the church people, okay? Everything is God showed me signs you're ready. Do you notice that so many people who say God said that's my wife and God put them together, they're divorced? Because they get married and get together because they say God said. I'm not saying God didn't say, but I'm just saying it is pretty ironic that a lot of the people that God said we're supposed to get married is divorced. So if God said it, why you is divorced? Okay, and I think a church people put a lot of things on God versus doing the work, like getting out there and dating and trying to find the right guy, the right girl for you. Okay, fake Pastor Cal is gonna say they will be the ultimate power couple. I am so sick and tired of fake Pastor Cal talking about ultimate power couple. You know, like the Nate and Stacia was supposed to be the ultimate power couple, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Anyways, I'm going to come back and do a separate video of why fake Pastor Cal said these couples are a good match. I think Shaquille and Kristen looks good on paper, but I don't think the physicality is going to be there for her. I don't think she's going to find him extremely handsome, sexy, or manly. I think he comes off extremely feminine and he cries too much. I don't mind you crying when your mama died, when your daddy died, your brother, your cousin, your cat, or your dog, or when you have a baby, girl. But to just be crying because the sun came up, unless you was in a coma for 65 days, that's different. But I can't. And I just don't think Kristen is going to like him. But we shall see. Dominique. Dominique says she's an old soul. She's 25 years old. Chat with her girls, and she would have to limit girls' night out. And so my thing is, you're getting married, but you're limited. You're saying you're limiting. I just don't think Dominique is ready. I think 25 is too young to be getting married, and I don't think she's getting ready. And all her girls talk about, well, he better let you go out on girls' night, or I'm going to have you to divorce him. And I'm like, girl, are you sure you're ready to get married? Shouldn't you be surrounding yourself with other married women if you are so ready to get married? I just don't think she's ready. She's an old soul, more mature than friends, and is from being an only child of single mom. Mom struggles and is an independent woman. Talked to mom multiple times a day. Mom said she was ready for a relationship, but the men she was they were not, and wanted the expert to pick a man out of her box. That's the worst thing you can do. To me, picking somebody totally opposite of what I want is going to be a disaster. Am I going to like him? Is he going to be attractive? Like picking, it's just crazy to me, mom. And I just don't like that. And maybe that's what the experts do: pick somebody totally outside of her box. And talking about she was ready, but the man weren't. She's not ready. She gave me hot girl summer, 25, just around here doing one night stands and stuff. Okay. She said that mom signed her up. She says she hasn't had the best luck, hasn't picked the right people. And you notice how they're saying people versus men. Hasn't picked the right men. Men had a lack of fear of commitment. I don't think it's crazy to me how when these women come on the show, it's always the men's fault. How come it's never your fault? How come it's I wasn't what he wanted? I wasn't what he wasn't ready to lay his life down for me. He was ready to have one night stands with you and screw you and waste your time, but he is not ready to lay his life down for you. How come it's never your fault, ma'am? Do you notice that? These girls come on this show, oh, they're not ready for commitment. They're not ready to be in a relationship. How about, well, she did say she picked the wrong man. Most women do. She said she's looking for her permanent cuddy buddy, and she's the friend said you've done worse with a stranger, aka one night stands. See, this is what these young girls out here do. You're not ready to get married, and to me, no. Okay, so then it's McKinley. He moved here 4 months ago to find love in Nashville, and ta-da, he gets on the show. I think he moved here to get on the show. How is it you just moved here 4 months ago? Ta-da! You're on the show. Uh, but I must say, I do like him. He's staying with family friends. It's his second family. He's a sleeper. He's introverted, shy. But after a week, he's outgoing and sassy mother talker. Sassy McKinley. I'm looking at you like, did you say sassy? Maybe you and Shaquille needs to. He says sassy. He said he has an older brother and sister who are all educated. He dropped out to start his ganja business. Parents been married 40 years, and he want what he had. They have thought he had that with an ex, and she got engaged with him. So he was like, she messaged him or called him, and she had on a ring, and he was like, "Oh, great, that's the ring you want." And I'm like, "Did you pay for the ring, sir? How are you asking her if that's the ring she want? You didn't pay for it." And she was like, "No, I'm engaged." Go ahead, girl. High five. High five. You're wasting her time. This is what I mean about dating is for data, ladies. Do not allow these men to waste your time. I wish I could find out who she is. I would be like, high five. You're wasting time. You're with her for 4 years, McKinley. Didn't put a ring on her finger, and she went ahead and got engaged on you. And I'm like, high five, girl. This is what we do, ladies. We do not allow these men to waste her time. You will not try to put a ring on it? Okay, bye. Somebody else will. And so he says, I didn't like this one. He said 4 years old. He's Freddie. He's 34 years old. He's ready to love, to get married, settle down, and he's tired of dating and wants someone to bring him out of his shell. I got a problem with that. I have a problem with you wanting somebody else to do what you need to do. Why somebody else got to bring you out the shell? It just sounds so stressful to me. It sounds so stressful to me. Okay. You get out of yourself. You do the work for yourself that you need to do for yourself. Nicole and Chris. I have never met an October person that I didn't like. But I feel like I'm not going to like Nicole. I even like Alyssa. A lot of y'all hate Alyssa. I love her. Alyssa and Chris. I loved her. I loved her because she's like, no, your teeth are dingy. You have gingivitis. You're short. I love Alyssa. Listen, I could be best friends. I was like, yes, girl. Ew, is there a dentist in the room? So Nicole is an October girl, and I just don't think I'm gonna like her. I think she's so unaware. She's so, I'm here. And I just don't think I'm gonna like her. For me, liking you is talking to you on the phone. Let's take the phone because I got a list of people I'm still supposed to call for Christmas. You know, the old people, they don't text. Okay. Go out with you, get nails done, go to Target, whatever. Spend time with you. For me, that's how I know I like you. Like, let's go have coffee. Let's get our hair, our nails, and our feet done. That's how I know I like a person. Would I want to do that? And Nicole is a no-no for me. And maybe I'll grow to like her. But I said it from day one. I don't think I'm going to like her. She's 32 and serving the sass. She moved from New York and thought the dating scene would be better, and it hasn't. She thought that she would be married by 22 and live her best life, but she hasn't. And I can see that because I thought I would have been married. But girl, I am so glad I didn't. I would have made a mess of my life. I would have been divorced because what I know as I got older, I didn't know at 19 and 20 and 21. And I thank God for my father, for Pastor Bradshaw, that said, no, you need to break up with that boy. No. And I'm so glad I listened to him. And sometimes we want something when we want it, but God knows it's not the best time for us. So we just have to continue to plant seeds and the harvest will come. So I definitely understand her She says she's a bee that has too big of a heart. She grew up in Queens. Mom is Italian, dad is Jewish. Has dog named Charlie. Oh my God. She's a Libra, and I don't think I like her. She says she has the dog and she's looking for the husband. She has been successful in Nashville, and I feel as if she's a pick-me-sha. Okay, I feel she's a pick-me-sha. She said when she's with the guys and things are not working out, instead of her just walking away, she's pushing, pushing, pushing to make it happen. And then she realized she gets up getting hurt when she should have walked away. That's what you call a pick-me-sha. Okay. She she doesn't pick the right guys. She knows what she wants, and dating the way she hasn't given her the result. That's why you need to sign up for the husband profile. See, a lot of women, you pick the wrong men because you don't know what you want. First of all, you don't know yourself, number one, and you don't know what you want. So because you don't know yourself, you don't know what you want, you will always end up picking the wrong guy. And all of these women have said that they have picked the wrong guy. Wrong couple. Chris. I like Chris too. I like Chris. I like McKinley. I like all the guys. Let me just say, I like all the guys. Even Ayers. I was listening to him. I sat there, was listening. Okay, I was like, okay, I like you. I don't dislike any of the guys. I don't really dislike Nicole either. It's just that I wouldn't go have coffee with her. Like you call me, Jen, you want to go to Target? Be like, no, girl, I'm asleep. Because I just don't want to spend time with you, okay? Chris is a very nice guy. And you know what they say about the nice guy finished last? He's a hopeless romantic. He says chivalry is not dead. He opened doors. He's also October. And I love him. When he started talking, it's like something awakened in me. I was like, yes, yes. Chivalry is not dead. He opens door, give flowers for no reason. He's selfless, but people before him and people take advantage. Everyone is baffled that he hasn't found anyone yet. He's horrible at picking, and he said he see divorce as a failure because his parents got divorced, right? So the nice guy usually go for girls who don't want nice guys. They want bad boys, okay? And so nice guys, they're just going to have to figure out a different way to date because they want the girls that don't want him. See, men have to want a woman that want him. You have to be, this is why the husband profile is so important. I wouldn't marry a man that didn't want me, that couldn't change my life. See, Christ and the church. Wife is representative of the church. Christ is representative of the church. The husband is representative of Christ. Christ changes the church of the life of the church. Well, the husband is supposed to make my life better. So, ladies, don't marry a man who can't make your life better. But men should marry a woman who can't make his life better. Okay, Miles are walking around here, all this Christmas decoration, Christmas blanket, Christmas pillowcase, Christmas pillows, picture blanket and shoes and Christmas towels and Christmas bed slippers, Christmas pajamas. I say, if you were single, you wouldn't be having all of this. He said, oh, baby, I think it's something I love. Oh, thank you. I just love you. You have to marry somebody that you can do something for. But make sure you're doing the right thing. Like Stacia wanted... Moving along. Okay, Aries. I sat down last night and I listened to him. I was going to come on live, but I said, you know what? No. Let me really sit and listen to these people because last week I missed some stuff and I didn't have chance to go back. Okay. Aries is a reform and ready for love. Let me just say, I don't do reform nothing. Okay. The only reform I do is a reform sinner. We've all been reformed. We've all born in sin and we had to accept the Lord Jesus Christ as Lord of our lives, okay? Other than I don't do reform criminals. I don't do reform bad boys. I don't do reform hoes. I don't do reform lazy men. I don't do reform nothing. I don't do reform alcoholic, reform abuser, reform. I don't do reform nothing, because it's a possibility that you will fall back into who you are. Because the truth is, that's who you are. Like it or not, the truth is that is who you are. Whatever you've been reformed from, that is who you are. And I'm not about to deal with who you are, the other person. You need to be who I need you to be your whole life. If I look back over your life, your whole life, you're supposed to be this good person. Okay? He said he's a reformed good boy and ready for love. He meet with his family and everyone laughed at him. And I'm sorry, I didn't say this is where they meet with their families and friends and telling them about getting married. They said he's very picky. The first time he became vulnerable, it backfired and he got hurt. He said a girl ghosted him at 28 and he spent the last 10 years with his walls up. And he said he's ghosted women before, but when she ghosted him, it really hurt. He said he didn't see marriage as a fairy tale. He said his mom had him at 19. Father was murdered when he was a kid. So there's a void missing because he didn't really have a stepfather. Was looking for a perfect woman, but accept that they don't exist. There is a perfect woman for you. Okay? I know people say that, but my husband is perfect for me. I cannot tell you a lack in my life that my husband has not felt. And I believe I'm perfect for him because he tells me every day. So while people are not perfect, but you can be perfect for each other, okay? Listen to what he said. When he met his ex-family, her dad was like Superman. And he was like, wow, this is what it should be. So you know what I think? He met the dad of the girl, and the daddy was like, oh, hell no. Hell no. Because and this is why fathers are important, okay? This is why it is important for the man you're dating or getting serious about, not every man meet my dad, to see your daddy, to see how you was raised up and the man that see when he met her father, he became insignificant in his presence, and he was like, wow, this is what it's supposed to be. And the daddy told the daughter, you better get rid of that vinaigrette today. Don't you bring that vinaigrette back around here. And she ghosted him. That's what happened. Because the daddy wants her to marry somebody like the father, not like him, who's 28, just trying to get it together, probably broke, job here, there, don't have nothing. See, that's what happened. He was insignificant in the presence of her daddy. This is why fathers are important, because he gets to see what you need to replace in her life. Because God's intention is for the father to hand off the responsibility of his daughter to the husband. And when the daddy meet Aries, he was like, girl, what? Do you see all of this? You see what kind of man I get rid of him? I think that's what happened. And so he's been hurt for the last 10 years, and then he spent the next 10 years being a hoe. Okay? He said he wants someone who can, what is it with these black men that you need all these help a brother out? Okay? In my book, 23,000 Guides. He wants someone to uplift, elevate. He's still a work in progress. You should not be getting married, sir. If you are still a work in progress, you should not get married. And hopefully she can help him become better and do this thing called love. No, go call your mother. You need your mama. You don't need a wife. Aries does not need a wife. You need to go finish working on yourself. You need to become the best version of yourself. And that is not what a helpmate is. A helpmate is not to help you to become the man she needs to be. So I'm going to have some problems with him. But I will say I listened to him and I liked his mannerism. I liked his voice. And I could listen to him. I wouldn't date him. He's not my type. I wouldn't date him. But I like what I heard when he was talking last night. But some of the stuff I was like, what you say? A work in progress. The cousin said he lacks experience in traditional relationships, never shared space, been in a relationship. Cousin said he was playing the field. Cousin said she should walk away. He said he likes dating, is fun, but hasn't brought him joy and fulfillment. So a lot of people are seeing Woody in this sense. Okay, they're comparing Aries to Woody. So I don't know. We'll see. Jasmine is the queen without a king, has close family. And girl, I was on the side of the bed in the guest room. You see my guest room, right? I was over there. I came and sat in front of the TV like this because I was like, I know I see yellow and crooked teeth. And girl, I was like all down here. And I'm like, Jasmine, as a pageant, why you didn't get your teeth fixed? You know the teeth that grow on top of the other teeth? And then they're yellow. And I'm like, was I listening to somebody who said they had to go to the dentist to get there? Was that another show I was listening to? I was like, Jasmine, girl, you gotta get your teeth fixed, girl. That's probably why you ain't got no husband. You didn't get your teeth fixed. Go to the dentist, get your teeth cleaned, get your teeth fixed, get you some braces, get them to take out the teeth that's growing on top of the other teeth and put your braces in and get your mouth straight. I don't know how she won pageant with that mouth. I mean, do they not judge you on your mouth and on your teeth? I don't know. I've never been a pageant. But I'm just saying, girl, crooked, dingy. I just don't understand why she hasn't got her teeth fixed. I should say she's in a good space and missing husband and kids, been with too many men who don't know what they want. No, Jasmine. They know what they want. They know they don't want you. Okay? So you talk about I've been with so many men that don't know what they want. They know what they want. They just don't want you. And see, I don't understand why women don't understand. They don't want you. It's not that they don't know what they want. They know they don't want you, which is why they're not with you and they're not marrying you. This is why, ladies, you don't run a man down. You date for data, husband profile coming out, right? You date for data. You know what you want. And if things is not working out, just walk away. See, women get with a man, sit down with him and wait for him to marry her. Then he don't waste 4 or 5 years of your life. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, so basically, she said single because she's stubborn and doesn't put time aside. Lies. You just said you've been with a lot of men who don't know what they want. She's a relationship girl, and they all have been 4, 5 years. But when it comes time for relationship and marriage, they would not man up. Hello, but y'all be mad at me. She's wasted 4 and 5 years of her life with these men who then turns around, who don't want to marry them, who don't want to marry her. So she's sitting there waiting. Isn't that the one that was shacking up with the man for 4 years? That didn't marry her? Hello, dating is for data. Stop putting your life on hold for a boyfriend. Stop waiting for him to marry you. Date till somebody put a ring on your finger. This is why I love this show, because I hear all these crazy stories and I'm like, girl, what you say? Next one is final couple is Gina and Clint. Let me just say, Clint is so well spoken. You know, I love a man that is well spoken. I wonder what school he went. He's well educated. You could tell Clint is educated and he's well spoken. And I love a well spoken man, child. Man, talking across the room, you get my attention just by talking. Okay. And so far, well spoken. Gina, I don't know. Gina she's spontaneous, styling and slaying. Her spontaneous is a blessing and great. Rewards come with risks. A month ago, she went to Italy. Mom was a single mom. Her mom was a single mom. Dad wasn't in her life. Listen to what she said. I thought the last one was the one, but he opened her eyes that she could be a wife, but lifestyle didn't align. She was career driven. She was working 2 jobs and he wasn't happy. Okay. So she didn't go into details, but I'm thinking, was he not accomplished as she was, or was she too busy? Okay. She says she's been told she's intimidating and that the guys are not ready to commit. And what I say, masculine men will never be intimidated of you. Never. If you meet a man who is intimidated by you, by your success, by your accomplishment, that means he's unaccomplished, he's unestablished. But don't run around talking about they're intimidated, you're intimidated by them. It says also you're not choosing the right man. If you keep dating men who are intimidated by you, then you are choosing beta males, feminine men, and your chooser is off. One, we gonna be like, well, one. But by 2, girl, you need to know that there's a certain type of man you can't date. You can date Pookie's rarest heroes when you're accomplished. Okay? She says she's told me she's committed. The guys are not ready to commit. Again, they're ready to commit, Gina. They just don't want to commit to you. Because commitment to a man is him laying his life down for you, him trading in his player card, him saying, this is it, she's the one. Okay? Clint, well-spoken, like I said. He's seeking first mate. He's Captain Clint, captain of his own journey, a professional life liver, likes exploring new things, culture and food. Sailing is a sailor. Whole family are sailors, shacked up with someone 4 years ago. And he said, listen to this. It was proof he could do the husband and the family thing, right? Ladies, what do I say over here all the time? The men be using you to prepare them for their other woman. Don't allow them. Don't shack up. Don't have babies. Don't be in extended relationships with them. He used that girl to say, oh, I can do it. Now I'm ready to go find her. Not the one he shacked up with for 4 years. He shacked up with her for 4 years and said, oh, yes, now I'm ready to go find my wife. That poor girl probably sitting there was waiting for him to put a ring on it. No, he said, she ain't the one. I'm ready to go find her. Stop allowing these men to use you to prepare them for the next woman. You better read 23 Types of Guys You Might Meet. He said, but she realized she's curtailing who she is to be the person he wants to be with. So in other words, he didn't choose someone who liked his lifestyle. For sailors and people like that, people who want to be on the farm and stuff like that, you have to choose a woman who also has that lifestyle. Like me, I could never live on a farm. Never. I can never. live on a farm. So taking me, put me on a farm, and trying to make me like them is not going to happen. I can't live on the water either. So he needs to choose somebody who has similar values, similar things, similar lifestyle. See, the men, they be choosing women who doesn't like what they want and try to turn them into what they want. Women do that too, okay? He's done a lot, experienced a lot, started flying planes because Top Gun was his favorite movie. As a kid, regrettably, he's not in the Mile High Club. He said he feels more and more what's missing is marriage. It's the apex, it's the Mount Everest, and he's willing to go through whatever measures to find the right woman to live his life with. His friends thinks he's crazy. Everybody think everybody's crazy for doing this. Okay? So those are the couples. I will watch the other half hopefully tonight. Probably won't do a review today. Hopefully tonight. But I want to know what you think about each individual person. Who do you like? Who do you not like? And why? I love you. Thank you for your love and support. I want to thank you, those of you who are checking out Alexa Full Boutique. Thank you for those of you who have registered for Janice Hylton Mentoring. Thank you for those of you who have signed up for the husband profile. Please register. Doors are closing very, very soon. And of course, if you don't have 23,000 guys, be sure to check that out. I am telling you, if you read this book, study, and meditate, you will not be made a fool of. All of my books are still on sale on Amazon because I know you guys are waiting for those other books. I absolutely love you and adore you. For those of you who signed up for Janice Hylton membership, I am still going through. So if you didn't get an email from me yet, just hang on. Don't worry, you will get it. I absolutely love you, adore you. Let me know what you think. Mwah! Thank you. Bye.